Okay, hello. Let's try that. Let me know. That should have fixed it. Bear with me. I'm just loading up our YouTube channel so I can simultaneously watch. I was just explaining that I like to do this in case there's any issues. So I guess we've already identified an issue before me even making it this far. So give me 2 seconds. Alpha impact. Let's go. All right. Fantastic. Lovely to see you all here this evening. How's everyone doing? It's very rainy here in Singapore, but we're making it work. You know, these things happen, and the weather, we just can't change. So Frostech, Tom, great to see you guys here. Let me know if there's anything specific you want me to cover. Otherwise, I have some market updates. So what we might do is welcome to all those who are joining. My name is Hayden. We might go straight into the analysis. So let's share the screen, and I'm going to share this and this. Okay, just wait. All right, let's take a look at the markets. This monthly chart is not gonna give us too much, so let's go into the 3-hourly. Take a look. Oh wow, that is a lot of movement. So what we're actually seeing is we're seeing this. I mean, there's been a. Let me zoom out a bit more. Hold on. So the long-standing view is that this descending trend line is one that we will retest. We've seen a line of support across kind of the bottom, so you could put it out here. Now, in a shorter time frame, we have almost seen a beautifully perfect line. It's not quite there. I mean, it's definitely hit these three. So what we're going to do, and let me just go back, make sure there's no questions or comments. Okay, we're going to go right back to where we started. You could say this was the line to beat, and on a shorter time frame, you'd even have. Where'd you draw it? It's kind of like here, I guess. So that's probably where I would draw it. So this is the Bitcoin. This is the action in Bitcoin. So you can see we're in this wedge. You know, we've been here many times. We've converged and then come up and come down and up and down. Ultimately, we're seeing a descending trend line and an ascending trend line here. So anyone's guess what's going to happen. Our high-level view is that we will retest up here at some point. However, these things take time, and ultimately, it's not an easy thing to call markets. So our job is just to tell you what's happening. I'm always amazed at why BitBay comes up. ETHUSD. Click here. All right, a little bit. You can see I've beautifully drawn this up, and okay, sorry, this is ugly. Let's just see where we've got to here. Get rid of some of these redundant. So Ethereum is actually a little bit different. You saw with Bitcoin. Let's actually take a look at both side by side. You saw that. Let's go UTC USD, which is where we just were. So you've seen Bitcoin was kind of rising. You know, we've seen some upwards action, but ultimately it's been kind of muted the last little while. We've been sideways. It's just the same thing we've seen with Ethereum. So we're ultimately expecting a move up, but we did see a big move down. So without further ado, I wanted to, actually, let's get rid of this one. We'll go to a cleaner Coinbase. That might be better. Trying to find charts that have no like random lines drawn on them is very tough. So RSI. So you can kind of see what I'm about to show you here. There's this kind of upward trending. See, it's kind of going up, but let's not draw the line there. Let's actually look on the daily. This is what we call an Rsi Divergence. So, oops, sorry about that. So you can see, let's actually zoom out a bit here. Okay, so you can see the RSI bottom is actually around here, which is the price bottom, which is May 19th, right? You can see that there. That's, I'm just gonna hold that in the middle. You can see May 19th, bad day for crypto, that was very low. And then you actually see we're starting to go up. So this is what we call an Rsi divergence, where the RSI is increasing while the price, I mean, I don't know where you take the price on this candle. It's actually kind of just going sideways, or you could even argue it's decreasing in this time. So this is the inverse. See this increase between the 19th of May and today. I mean, 19th of May, let's just take a closer look at where we started. So the 19th of May, we started the day here at 43, and it looks like we ended around 36. So if you actually think about from a starting and ending perspective, we're lower, and the range has been compressing. So I'm not suggesting that we're not in a triangle, a wedge, but what I'm saying is that there's this divergence that we're seeing. And this is the absolute opposite of, hold on, let me get rid of some of this stuff. This is the absolute opposite of what we were seeing earlier in the year. So you saw between, let's say, where does this start? It's crazy. Yeah, so you saw the RSI top here was actually on the 8th of Jan. And then it starts decreasing, right? Even though the market price is increasing over this period, the RSI is decreasing. And so what that shows us at that point is that Bitcoin, the market was running out of steam, and then now we're seeing an increase while the price is decreasing, which is the opposite. So that suggests to us that the price is increasing in steam. So let's just go back to the channel. Okay, no questions so far. This is a few more indicators I wanted to share with you. So this is a Canadian ETF. So shout out to Canada for doing great stuff the Americans are too afraid to do. This is the Etf Holdings for the BTC. So this is a fund that started in May. You could see, so where was the top? April 14th. We continued to grow all through that time. We saw a modest decrease. And then look at that, May 19th, we start increasing. So this is an indication, at least of people who are participating in this Canadian institutional product, that institutional interest in this space is increasing. You can see that, right? The price obviously peaks around here, 63K, and we've just been in a downtrending line. Now, does this mean that the market's immediately going to recover? No, it does not mean that. But what it's a good indication of, and at least in my mind, is people who can afford to wait are buying in and increasing exposure. And, remember, what's his name? I was going to say Gordon Gekko. That's not his name. Warren Buffett, who first name sounds a bit like Gordon, he said that the reason that no one is a good investor is because everyone wants to get rich overnight, and that's not how it works. So these are people, in Warren Buffett's wheelhouse that are very long-term thinkers, and so that's what we're seeing here. So institutions are acquiring. Let's take a look at. So this is the Grayscale Premium. Now we are, as I've explained previously, the Grayscale Premium is an interest or an indicator that really shows us the institutional appetite for at least this product. So you can see the price, again, there's a divergence here. The price of since May 19th is decreasing, but the premium, or the discount in this case, is also decreasing. So this orange line going up is a bullish sign, while of course this price decrease is obviously not bullish at all. So this is another indicator I wanted to discuss. This is a Bitcoin liquid supply ratio. So this is the proportion. Actually, let me find another chart here. Hold on. Spent output profit ratio. Okay, let's look at this one. So the price is decreasing. This is the strong hand. So this is the liquid supply, or the people who are long-term holders. So you can see here, long-term holders are selling, and then long-term holders start to become buyers around that May 19th point. This is the, and this is something that we often hear, is that, we're in a bear market, just like 2018. But if you look at the network user growth for BTC, you can actually see the top of that bull market was followed by an immediate drop-off. And the network, this is a reflection of network activity. It just went to zero. And I guess there was some downtrending through the rest of that year, but you really see, like, the average, you'd probably say, is somewhere around here where I'm hovering my mouse. And this was a crazy aberration, and then it just drops. Here, it does rise, but it actually kind of drops. But A, it wasn't at the level it was previously. B, the network activity, at least on this, the way that this chart is plotted, was above the market price. And C, it's now recovering, where we really didn't see that in the 2018 recovery. So I really don't see any, any similarity in the curves. Okay, I don't want to talk about this stuff because it's not that exciting. I think that's it for that aspect. So we'll come back here. So really lovely to be with you guys. In terms of news, obviously we're still reeling from the Chinese. I wouldn't call it a ban, but from the Chinese efforts to stomp out Bitcoin. Bitcoin has not gone away, and there's been a real decentralization that's occurring. And when we think about Bitcoin, it's often important to realize that this is considered to be a decentralized ecosystem. And all of them, or I think 56 or 60% of the mining power for BTC was in China. So what we're now seeing is that mining power and hash rate is moving to other places, to Canada, to I think like Norway, to Mongolia, to Kazakhstan, places where it's very cold and easy to get cheap power. So this is ultimately, I think, a good thing, this kind of upsetting of the hash rate in China. And so we're feeling really positive about that. So that's the news. That's what's been happening over the last little while. In terms of us here at Alpha Impact, what can I tell you? My whiteboard has been changed. So what I normally look at when I talk to you is not here. But I can tell you we are, oh, by the way, can I just ask the audience, did anyone participate in the Mantra DAO staking? I'm just really keen to hear if you guys had the chance to check it out. Let me know in the comments. You know what, let's actually head over to Mantra DAO and take a look, because it's beautiful, it's amazing, we love it. Mantra DAO is great. And I can just say they're so awesome to work with. They're so easygoing, and I just think they're very professional and just great people. So this is the, so let me know in the comments, guys. So we have a couple of staking pools. I staked the other day just to do a demonstration, and unfortunately wasn't able to, to unstake. And I also staked this as a demonstration. I was able to unstake very, very quickly. But so the APY is still looking pretty good, 344% for the LP staking and 205% for naked asset staking. So feeling pretty good about those. If you're at all confused about how to do this, I believe you can actually access this on the website. Oh no, it's not up yet. So, okay. All right, well, anyway, so let me know in the comments if you have participated in the Mantra DAO staking. Always keen to understand what you guys in the community have been up to. And of course, we're going to be back this Wednesday for another AMA, and Thursday, Crypto Thursdays with Good Girl Crypto, and of course, yours truly, Hayden, or Dangerous Dave, however you like to know me. So Frostek, Tom, I'm sure we have a few more people on Twitch. Let us know if you participated in the Mantra DAO staking pool. Let me just see if there's anything I can show you. By the way, I want to make it a point this week to show you guys a demo of what we're looking at. And also let me know, we're kind of thinking about the staking thing. And I mean, would you want to stake altcoins? Is that an interesting, because we're thinking about doing something in that space. So let me know if there's a staking. It would not be USDC, it would not be USDT, no Bitcoin, no Ethereum. I'm thinking like AXS, Sand, that kind of stuff. So let me know your thoughts about that while we're here on the channel. And what else can I share? I think that's, I wanted to take a look at how Bitcoin is doing. We seem to be kind of holding steady. Let's take a look at CoinMarketCap. So you can see here we're mostly red. There's some green still out there. Looks like EOS is doing well. Aave, of course. Crypto.com coin. FTX token, that one's coming back. I mean, look, exchange tokens are just doing well, right? Because exchanges are organically generating demand. So ICP, that was actually number 8 at one point. So Luna is up 40% over the last week. That's exciting. else is doing well here? Kusama, of course, synthetics. Ooh, that's coming around. That's well above where it was this time last week. KuCoin token, that's good. Yeah, so you can see there's some green out here. I think we're very excited about all these different tokens. So can't wait to launch copy trading. So Mike Hilly 323, am I right in saying earned impacts from staking automatically get staked? Well, Mike, I'm not sure. I don't think so, actually. If you're referring to the MantraDAO staking pool, I don't think it gets staked. I think you can withdraw it, and I think there's a withdrawal period, and you can withdraw instantly with a penalty. But if you follow that withdrawal period, you can actually get access to your impact, and you could stake that. But I don't believe that the earned impact from staking automatically gets staked. In other words, you have to do something. There's a step that you need to take in order to make that all work. So let me know if that answers your question. I just want to make sure I've kind of truly got to your question. And no problem. Mike, are you participating in the MantraDAO pool or on the, did you do one of the old pools? And actually, can I poll the audience? We're always thinking about new ways to do staking. And I think there's probably two options. So option one, and I want to ask and get your feedback. So I know there's some people in the audience. I can see the viewer count. So I wanted to ask, number one, about what you guys would prefer. So option one would be a kind of, let's call it a medium reward staking pool that you could participate for a medium amount of time, or a high ROI staking pool that you'd be doing it for a long amount of time. So what would you choose out of those two? Keen to hear the audience, hear your views. There's different ways for us to do these staking contracts. So we wanna get the feedback from you guys to know what's gonna be working, what's interesting. Do you wanna be locked up for a long time? Is it a shorter time that you prefer? Obviously the duration of how long you're deploying those assets is what would be linked in our minds to the reward. So let us know what your thoughts are. We're super excited for the MantraDAO partnership. Nice. I'd be okay to be locked up for 6 months, but maybe. Oh, did you delete a comment, sir? Bavanice, I saw something and it disappeared. So the other question I wanted to ask, well, before that, let me make an announcement. So we have a quick plug for our LP staking pool. So the LP staking on MantraDAO, I think is great. It gives you the ability to earn fees from the LP pool on Uniswap. It gives you the ability to get APY payable in impact tokens. And we're also partnering with MantraDAO, and you'll be getting some MantraDAO tokens as well. So here's a question. So we've previously done 210% APY for a 6-month lockup. I think that was a single asset, or no, it might have been LP staking. Long and high, but prefer not LP. Okay, thank you, Derp King. So what would be an interesting APY if we did a 12-month pool versus 6? I mean, maybe these are the way to go. Feedback regarding ideal APY for 6 and 12 months. Okay, so I've asked 2 questions. One is this one, and the second one is question 2. APY is, what APY would be ideal to motivate you to participate in LP staking or mining? So 2 questions on the floor. Love to get your feedback and hear what your thoughts are. So it looks like everyone is on YouTube. Interesting. I think this is the first time we've had no one watching from Twitch. Very interesting. Okay. So let me know, guys. Really keen to hear your feedback. Really would love to have your views. So I want to know what APY would be ideal to motivate you to participate in liquidity pool staking or mining, and also, I mean, what's your ideal APY for 6 to 12 months single asset staking? We are ultimately here for you guys. We are going to be launching our expanded beta soon, and then we're going to be launching more and more products. So we're moving towards launch, full launch in terms of MVP and platform. That's obviously something that takes time. Our team of engineers is working hard, so we want to make sure that we have a lot of exciting stuff to keep everyone busy in the let's call it the medium term. So let me know your thoughts. Always keen to hear your feedback. We'll probably close it off at 1:30 this evening, just because there's like lots of stuff happening, and want to make sure everyone can get back to the markets. I know it's been very volatile the last few days. So let me know your thoughts. Keen to hear your feedback. And let's take a look at the impact price. That's always interesting. All right. Okay, I'll share my screen. You guys can give me your feedback. Share my screen, we can look at this. So this is the chart. You'll see some red here. We had some of our private sale investors have token distributions, so that's the reason for the volatility in the last little while. Interestingly, though, we actually look like we found a bit of a floor. What is this, 5.5, it looks like. So previously, let's take a look at the daily chart. Now that we've got enough days. That's not the right one. Sorry, guys, bear with me. Here we go. So previously, the floor we found was around 6.9, and this actually coordinated with the start of our marketing for everything that we were doing. So all the stuff, I mean, there's always price discovery with token unlocks, but you can see we kind of found a floor here and went up. It looks to me like we found a floor here and have gone up, but let's see. It's obviously very early. Interestingly, there was this one today that I saw. It was 100,000. Someone bought 100,000 tokens, 2.77 ETH. And you can see this person is actually not. See, when we see these icons, that means this is a bot or a smart contract. This is actually a real human being. And you can see there's been quite a bit of, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's been quite a bit of buying activity around this point in the last little while. So we're feeling pretty positive. Obviously, our private investors are the ones that gave us the funding we needed to build a big team and here in the office. So it's important that they have access to liquidity. But equally important is that we're making sure that we make this sustainable for the community. And obviously, we're feeling good about where we are in the market. Crypto Skiz, hello. But it takes time. And so we're building, we're patient, we have lots of time. We know crypto operates on like a goldfish 30-second memory. So I want to be here for you guys and just want to make sure we're doing right by you. So that's why we're always here. We're always communicating. Derp King, that's great feedback. Thank you. We probably would have 3-digit APY if we did a 12-month pool. Wonder, maybe we could, maybe we could launch something with MantraDev. That's an interesting idea. Okay, great, guys. Thank you so much for the feedback. Wanted to ask, we'll be signing off in a few minutes. Any questions, comments, feedback, cries of anguish, anything you want me to cover off before we close off for today? I don't want to keep anyone too late, but of course, oh, that's a great question. Do you have decent financial runway ahead from fundraising, 1 year, 2 year? It would be considerably more than 2 years. 3 years, 3 point something. Yeah. So Vanis, I don't know how to pronounce your name. We'll just call you Van. Okay, Van. Yeah, we have fantastic runway. The levers that we can pull, with more funding, we can hire more people. With less funding, we obviously won't hire any people. But in terms of where we are now, we have a team of 10. We feel really positive. We always need more developers. It's like no matter how much funding we had, even if we had $100 million, we would still need to hire more developers. There's no number that would saturate our demand for these talented devs. It's just very hard to find them. It's hard to hire them. They're working at banks. They're working at financial institutions. So it's not having the technical resource is not about funding for us. It's about having, we're competing with some of the largest organizations in the world. And so we have to offer, and of course, developers think differently to kind of front office people like myself. And I'm really excited by tokens and the ability to take a pay cut and get some tokens. And those tokens, in my mind, will go up in the future. That's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. But ultimately, to the extent that some developers can work for us or they can go work for Goldman Sachs, Goldman Sachs, no one is asking if there's decent financial runway. So we have to kind of meet the market. And so it's difficult, it's expensive, it's time consuming. So I don't really think of us being constrained by capital at this stage. It's well into the years and years of runway, but ultimately we're just constrained by personnel. Quick question: is there any plans for farming on Superfarm? I imagine the launch that you'd be going there. Yeah, we're really having a lot of conversations with them, and we have some NFT. Let's just say NFT plans. I'm not going to say that there's an immediate launch date, so I don't want you to come on the channel and say, hey, you said you're doing this on X day, but we are looking at doing some NFT stuff, and our marketing team is just away. They've all been vaccinated, so they're away from the office, but that's a conversation we're moving forward. Van, you've mentioned market making partner requires a sex to make money. Do sex listing require more trading volume before listing? Well, there are different types of centralized exchanges, and some of them require some things and others require nothing, and some don't have any volume and just want you to pay a fee, and then some have lots of volume and want you to pay a fee, and some don't want you to pay a fee. So it's really a mixed bag. There's no one size fits all. There are a number of exchanges we're talking to, and I can't really comment too closely. But let's just say we're getting a very warm intro, and there's a lot of exchanges in there. Some of them are, I guess it's not a secret to say that a lot of the exchanges are either in China, facing China, run by Chinese entrepreneurs. So the whole China crackdown has changed a lot of the calculus for some of the exchanges. So it has been, with some exchanges, a little bit hot and cold because of the China piece, especially the ones who are in China. But ultimately, we feel very strongly about the relationships we have with those exchanges, and obviously having a great market maker helps us very closely to get move those relationships forward. So it's all happening. I mean, it's not really about the listing or the trading volume. It's really about our commercial progress, right? And we have to launch our product, and that's something that our development team is working hard on day in and day out. So we have to launch our product. We have to have organic token demand. It's just part of the journey. So we have to, but we have excellent relationships with several exchanges, and we're talking very closely about doing some stuff. So thank you for the question. Any other questions, guys? These are some great questions, guys. I'm really, and gals, really happy with these questions. Derp King, Crypto Skiz, any questions? Who else is here? Tom Jessup is here somewhere. Let me know, Frostic, let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, we'll close it off. All right, so, okay, thumbs up. I got the thumbs up from Mike, so that means we're going to close it off. Thank you. ladies and gentlemen, it's lovely to spend time with you. We'll be back on Wednesday at the same time, so 8 p.m. Hong Kong, Singapore, 12 p.m. UTC, 8 a.m. Eastern Time. So we will see you on Wednesday at this very same time, and we'll talk to you then. Remember, don't just trade crypto, trade with impact. Have a great night, day, afternoon, or morning. We'll see you Wednesday. Cheers.